Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I've come back on here today because I'm going to do a bit more on this piece of slow stitching that's for my cover. I've been actually working on it a bit for night time just to try and get it finished. So I think I showed you how to put that on there. I think I added that myself after I put that piece of green on there. I've just been doing, I don't know if we can bring it in a little bit closer. I think the wrong thing there, wait a minute. I'll get it here in a minute. There we go, just to show you these bits. I did little tiny stitches in there, and that's done with the variegated thread. What's the name? Embroidery floss, it is, that's done with that bit. And I don't know if I brought it in here. I've got a lot of bits and pieces in and out with me because I'm trying to get it done. I cannot see it at the moment, but it's as you can see, that's what it is anyway. Okay, so it's really nice piece, and I don't know why I haven't got it with me. It's always the way though, isn't it? Never mind. It goes from mauves and purples and blues and all them pretty colours, and that's put on there through that piece of silk fabric. Okay, so that's going to fray a bit, but that's alright because we'll put something as a trim on it later. I've been doing a bit of it up here too. You can see that that's got the same colours in it. This I just couched down with little stab stitches around about, and I did that with that purple. Anyway, I think I'll bring this in with me. Got the box here. Just let me have a quick look. I don't think I did. I think I tidied it up this morning because I spilt my beads in it. So I had to take everything out and put them back again. And I think I've left the other pieces in another place. Here's one of the variegated ones, but I think I couldn't use that one. That was too dark. Might put a bit of that red one on there. That red. I think there's anything in this one here that I'm using. This is like well, this is the same as as that, only it's a pearl cotton, it's pearl thread, but it's the same colours in it, so they're really nice, aren't they? So that four looks like I did lots of different colours up there. Now I might use a little bit of this, just for, you know, something different. Got to try and keep these things organised. Got little boxes with bits in them that I use to do different things with. But then I sort of go through and scratch out and get some more stuff. This is actually supposed to be a washcloth for washing up with or something. But it's like it's a new thing. I just bought it and I thought, well, that'll do all right to sit things on. Instead of, well, I can put it on the glass table, but then it only shines, and I don't want to get anything gluey on this. Yeah, I might do a little bit of another stitch or some sort. Hang on, what was I up to? I think I put the saffel on there. I think I put that little saffel on, and I might need to make another couple of those because I want to put some of them on. I haven't really look at this beautiful piece of material. That's all I got. I think that's all I got. Isn't this lovely? And I'm thinking I might just use a piece for little saffel. Here's a piece of it. I am. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, I might do that. I'll just cut it out a circly thing. Not with them, I can't control those scissors. I'm not very good at this. I'm just going to make a plain one, I think, don't you reckon? And I'm just going to eyeball it, you know, because I'm just going round, okay? Just go around. You can make yourself a template by drawing around a glass or a cup or the bottom of your glue pot or something like that, and then just cut it. It's not too bad, really. Then you just want to, you know, just draw around this sort of thing, and then cut it out and make it on a piece of paper, and then you can do it on the thing itself. Now I need a small. I've got a nice needle. I need a small bit of thread. You know what? I've got truckloads of thread. Yeah, as you would know. Just want to find a. Why would I do this to myself? I have this small box with stuff that I've been going in and out. Oh, hang on, here's some. Been moving in and out of the room with. This is a bit of really old bit of stuff. This'll work. Hang on. No, it breaks too easy. That's not going to work. We don't want that to happen, do we? Just get a bit of the a bit off. This will work just as good. Because my threads are somewhere around here somewhere. Well, I tidied this bit of the table. Look, see, it's tidied back to there. Look at that tidy. Well, that's my pin cushions, isn't it? And tidied this way. It's tidied. You can see that it is. Oh, I was sick of everything falling on top of me. I was just trying to get. I was fighting the stuff, so I've tidied it up a bit, and made myself a space so I could do a bit. Okay. Now I'm just going to make a shuffle. Really easy thing to do. You just want to turn this over now after you've cut him out of the fabric. This needle to me is a little bit thick. I'd rather do a thinner one than that. Definitely rather use a thinner needle. I've got to make a knot. I was lucky I caught that. I'll keep going with this needle, then I'm going to trade it in for something else. I am. The thinner the needle, the easier it is to go through your work, but then you want to make sure you've only got a thin piece of thread connected to it. Okay. So, after I've finished this video today, which I should have turned on my timer, look at my pin cushion. Have you ever seen anything like this before in your life? I've got more than one. This is just one that I've got here. Where's the clock? Here we go. Here it is. Found it. Just don't go right to the end of it, Sonya. Have you ever seen anything like that before? Don't worry. It's all right. Oh, I don't know why, but everything will throw everything on that. Throw everything on it. I changed pin cushions like... I got so many of them. Once I only ever had one. I was always pulling one undone to make another one because I'd use the inside, get all the needles out because there was always needles stuck down in it. I've got this one sitting in the dish because it's all made out of felt. And the bottom's got a piece of... No, it hasn't got a card on it. But I've put it in the dish so I can pick it up because everything's sticking out of it. I can just jump myself with it. I'll have to get another one. Got a really nice... I got a lot of them. I got a really nice bare one that Pam sent me in. A few other ones, but they seem too big. I've got no space. I've got no space to put anything too big. Got one out in the lounge room. It's like a little chair. One in here I made out of five little spaghetti tins put together. Well, that was quite cool. I got the idea from an old one that I bought. I bought it and I thought, well, this is a good idea, so that's what I do. If I can't get something, if it's not really good and it's in bad nick, you can come up, use it for an idea and then you can throw it away or redo it or whatever you want to do with it. But I made mine out of, and it's sitting up there full of stuff too, pins and needles all in it. You cannot use one needle. That does not happen around here. There's not, no, you got to have one for everything. And you just do. It's just how the things are. You can't use the same needle for each thing. You've got to have different weights of thread, so you have different size needles. You'll have beading needles, wool needles, tapestry needles. Oh, isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? I'll have that. So I'll push this back around in here a bit. Well, see, this is too big, this needle, too fat to go through and make this how I want it to be, okay? I hope everybody's good. We are so cold. Oh, dear. It's all because of the snow, I suppose, and the wind, and we had some Arctic blast or something, they said on the news. But I can see the sunshine outside. The sun's shining, and, oh, dear, it says it's going to be... I'm not going to leave the house until it gets to about at least 14. And on Friday, I think it's Friday, I hope it was tomorrow or Thursday, because I could go up to the sale. I'm getting withdrawals. It's only been a little while, but I haven't even been to Vinnie's or anywhere. But anyhow, where will I put that? Well, that's going to be, down the track. It's going to sit there until I can see where it's got to go, okay? Now I've got to find a nice needle for this. I've got a bead one. Yesterday I found one in my leg. Well, it wasn't that far in my leg, but it was in, half of it was broken off and sticking in my leg, and the other half was sitting in my pants. I don't know, I'm so... But see, they pick up really easy, these bead needles. You can just, you know, the slightest thing, it'll grab it off the... And with my mess I've got here, I've got some really good things. The magnetic boxes. Why am I not using one of them? I have the magnetic containers to put... Oh, yeah, what have I got here? Oh, not the right thing. Still haven't found me things, me crochet hooks. I still not have found my crochet hooks. And Jeremy bought me a whole new lot when he went up to town. But Sonya's still not happy. Because you know how you got something, your own self something. I'm just getting out a few needles. I'm going to show you a few different ones. Just in case somebody's new to this and doesn't Alright, that's handy, that's an empty packet. These ones here are both tapestry ones. Well, that could be used as wool because it's got a really big eye and it's thick and it's got a blunt. It's blunt, it's not got a sharp point on it. That's the same with the tapestry or cross stitch these are used for, and they've got no... Now, I wouldn't be using them for much because I don't do that sort of thing. But I would probably use it if I was sewing something with wool, you know, because you don't have to have it. This is one bead needle. It says size 10 to 13, so there would have been a lot of friends in there with him, and I probably should have had that somewhere like that because I intend to put a couple of needles now in here because this is a magnetic thing, and I wouldn't use anything too small because that's very annoying to me. It's too little. Can't get hold of it properly. Righto, now I've got the drawer open. Nobody panic. We might find some more to show you. Oh boy, and I found these. Well, you'd think when I say I found them, they were in the pin drawer. Pin drawer. It's where you find pins. And these here too are cool. More pins. Okay. Oh, look, pins. Ah dear, there's pins, people. Pins, more. Oh, these are nice little pins. Now I've gone right off the subject, but you know what? It's all to do with... I told myself I wasn't allowed to be looking through drawers and things, but I want to show you some needles, so just bear with me a minute. I've got them from way back in the... Look at me doing this. I'm supposed to be showing you how to sew. We can get to that in a minute. Now these don't look too bad. That's a nice one. But he's a little bit thick for me. So I'm going to collect up a few and put them on here, okay? So when I want to find a needle, I don't have to fish through that other stuff. I don't think I'll have any of those, right? Here's more bead ones. Okay. This says this is cruel, but they're not cruel needles. They're just some foreign thing that's sticking in here, isn't it? Aren't they? What's going on with this? They cannot be cruel needles. They're too little. I don't think they are. See, that says 3 to they could be. All the bigger ones might have been in the inside. This could have been right. It could be true. Because they would have been larger ones. They're really good to sew with if you're doing any ribbon embroidery or anything like that. I'm holding up progress here. I'm not getting any progress at all. So I'm going to fix that later. I do have a needle book around here somewhere that I make, or a couple of them. I think people have sent me some too. I'm shocking, aren't I? These are bead ones again, more bead ones. I might put a couple of those in. If you want something with a good size eye though, I'll put that one in there. One's enough, isn't it? I don't need a couple. These are for sewing things that are... well, I wouldn't be using this unless I was going to sew something that's really heavy and you're going around the corner, you see. That's a really heavy one that's going around the corner. They're always in the bottom of a... You can buy them in the bottom of your... with your variety of needles. That one there's got a really big barb on the end of it. That's a bit scary. And there's a tapestry. The tapestry. This is a doll one. This is a doll needle. See? That is huge. There was more in here, but I've taken them out probably. This is... there was 3 of them in here, so that's for sewing through anything extremely thick, like you're putting the doll together. This one here is tapestry. They're really thin too, little tiny little things, aren't they? The little point's a little bit sharp on that, but not too much. There's more tapestry, so I keep buying those. I'm not using them. I don't know why I'm buying them. But anyway, I haven't been buying any for a long time, so we're not going to panic about that. I'll put that in there. Is this the thin one that I wanted to use? Probably not. Could be. You never know. Righto, now, so there's some needles. I've got more. See these? These are as old as me. More. Isn't it beautiful, this packet? Got a couple of these. And these ones are probably okay. Might not be anything wrong with them. If they're, yeah, they'd be fair age, wouldn't they? They're very fine, and I don't mind that. The fine and long ones I like, because then you can do this slow stitching with them, can't you? Look at this one here. This is cool. That could be a cruel one, because they've got supposed to have a big eye. I might nick that out of there. I'll still wake up. Look at these tiny little things here. You can't hardly even see them, can you? Okay, so that, and then I have a farmer's needle book. The farmers would put their needles in here. Oh, these are cool. Well, see, what's the point in having these if you don't use them? I don't understand why I have them and I don't use them. But these guys, they might be too thick. That one might be too thick. These ones might be all right, though. All I've got to be able to do is thread them, don't I? And there's a needle threader handy. Oh, well, there you go. I might nick that one out of there. Can't even see the eye in it. Can anybody else see the eye? Oh, there it is. And here's my needle threader. This is the original thing. This one here is, oh, well, scary, hey? But that would have been sewing the bags together. You know, when out in the... This is in pretty good... The needles are good, in good nick. I did have 2 of them. I think I gifted one to somebody. Anyway, so that's those. And... These are probably out of the cruel packet, because they're a good size, those ones too. Anyway, I better get on with this, people. I'll put these back, but I hope you've got a bit of an idea. I know I keep saying, and I've said so many times, about how you need to make sure that you're... So these are the really nice pins that I use in the top of me bottles of glue. Look. And I'm going to keep a couple of them out, because I'm going to put a couple of... They're called quilting pins, and they are really long and sharp, because that's something I really like. You know, I want to be able to stick the thing through and not be playing around with it forever. And I bought them on AliExpress from a while back now, and very good value too that was. I can't buy a lot of stuff here. There's no places here to buy anything. These little old these are old little fellas, aren't they? Look at that. It's wonder some haven't come out. There's a hole in there. Yeah, they're really old. These are good colours. Well, just depends what you're after. Okay, so that was a little bit of show and tell there. Okay. Still got more. I've still got more. I'm looking for something that I need to sew with today. These are called sharps. So that's what they would be, I hope. They'd be sharp. I'm going to open it up a bit. Come on. Righto, there we go. Good packet they're in, isn't it? That mightn't be too bad to use. I probably would like a longer one. I imagine that's why there's none in there. I'll put one of those in too, eh? Right. I have a drawer full of those. There's enough show and tell with the pins and needles. Now I might have to have a mouthful of water. And that was a few minutes, but anyway. You need to know what's going on when you go on to do something like this, especially if you're only new at it and you don't know about it. Now, like I said, I want something that's a good length but only fine, so it'll go for me work a lot easier. We're going to try this one. I'm going to try and put some, and when you rub your hand down there like this, you make sure there's nothing on it like a burr. Sometimes they have a burr on them and they're not easy to go through what you've sewn. Okay, so just check that. Okay, now also I'm going to put on something here. I'm going to do another stitch of some sort. I think I wanted to try a little bit of yellow or greeny yellow or any such thing. Hang on. That's not quite yellow, is it? Typical. Okay. Bit of orange, that's nice orange. It's really weird. I had the yellow in my mind because I had seen something out there this morning. This look all right. I'm going to do a few stitches with this just to give you an idea of some of the stitches you can do besides a straight stitch, because this is actually, slow stitching is actually embroidery of all different sorts, because we're not using the machine, and you do it slowly. Is that it? And it's calming, and it is if you can find what you're looking for. Very calming if you find what you're looking for. I don't think that's going to go through there. I do not think that's going to go through there. See, I like the thickness of that little one. And you can't see me. I'll come back here instead of doing that. Okay. I'm going to find something that I've already put the thread through so I know that it'll go. But it's not fine enough. It's too thick, the barb on the length of the... I can't get that word out. The thing itself needs to be the same size as your thread that you're trying to pull through there. This one here could be a little bit smaller. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, we'll try it. Tell it by the feel of it. I know that's a thing, but it takes a while. You get the hang of that, you'll get used to it. Which sort of needle you can use. My mother used to always use a thing that was like, she used to call a crowbar, a really large piece of metal. Yeah, I don't know why, but she did. Always had the same needle. And I've got that many different ones. I am trying to get this to go through here, right? I'm putting it in my mouth and licking it. And do you realise that makes it swell up? It doesn't make it thinner at all. But what do? You keep on putting it in your mouth, isn't it? Oh, fold it over. See how I usually thread them? Well, this has got to be the worst experience of threading I've had for a while. So usually not that bad at it. Right, now I've got 3 strands. I've got 3 strands of thread. This is a, I don't know, DMC anchor something. I ain't got the number on there, so I don't know exactly what it is, so it's embroidery floss. But it doesn't matter, you can use whatever sort of thing you want to, because there's lots of different ideas out there. Now I've got to figure out where I want to put this piece. Up here, maybe here. I might do some here, hey? I'm thinking that this could be the top. For some reason, or that bit there could be the top. Can't decide. I think it might be nice at the top, eh? I'm having a terrible time with my fingernail here because it keeps on breaking, and now it's getting in me. Even though I've covered it with multiple layers of clear nail polish, trying to salvage it. So we're just going to do a little bit of a what's the name? Feather stitch here. So you just want to come up there and go down. Go down in there. I like to put it over the end, like where I'm joining this together. So I'm only going to keep going this way instead of going from one side to the other, because you can do that. You can go from one side to the other. Out this way and out that way, okay. I know you see me trying to organise these pieces together. I don't know if that mailman come out here today. He's haven't been here for days now. He's not been near us for days, he hasn't. I told hubby if I get any mail, could he bring it in to me? I'll ask him. Anyway, I said, I'll have mail if there's any. I do like that. That looks good, doesn't it? That looks really nice on there. I'm thinking about putting a bit of lace or something, although I've got that there. I know what I want to do. I want to go and put this some beads around on that flower that I put on. I do. Just end that off. Keep it there for later. You probably should put these in this box. That's what you got it for, didn't you? I bought a couple of them actually. Probably need more. I don't even know where the other one is. I think it's probably somewhere where I'm doing some other sort of work. I've got to have another mouthful of water. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit of trouble here with me throat. It's not sore or anything. I just have I always get this thing happening. This piece here is extremely vintage compared to the others bits, but that's okay. I like it, and I think it looks okay on there. I'm not going to be worried about it. So I need some little beads, and I've got beads here, but I've also got this. I'll get this so I can have a variety. Hang on a minute, I'll get this out and get the buttons out now. Get the beads out and the buttons back. And the piece of paper. Okay. Now, I can pick out some beads. Wonder what colour I'd like to go on that. Okay. What about the cream ones? No, that's still making it too dull, isn't it? So this little box holds a few of my beads. Well, some of them, so therefore I can keep them a little bit handy, you know, so I can find them. I do have a few boxes of bead soup about, but then when you start to do something you don't want to run out and you don't know how much is in that bead soup, and I don't have, all these are not full, so I'll have to, oh, that's nice mauve. I do like mauve. I'm a big fan of that. Just get the white ones out while I'm here. And everybody does this. Oh well, we all do it different, don't we? I've been watching a few other ladies doing theirs, their sewing, because it's very therapeutic watching doing the sewing. And we all have way different, well, not necessarily, some styles are something, we all have our own style, don't we? Yeah, I might do, oh, you might use the mauve on there because we've got mauve here and I like mauve there. Let's see what I can do. Look, and there's a piece of mauve thread. Well, there you go. Look, you might be off on a roll after all. I wonder what I was doing with this. Did I sew anything on here yet? Probably not. I don't know. I only need one strand though. Only one strand. And a bead needle. You really can't put these in here with their string still on, can you? Probably should have it on something else, a long piece of a magnet, and I do have such a thing. Look, fair here. Right, maybe I should put that on something. Put me. Let me see. That stick. Oh, right. Well, I should do that, shouldn't I? And stick them somewhere. Probably should. It's not now. I've got time for that. I'll do something with them shortly. Now, to thread this, if you can see this, I don't know if you can see what I was just doing then either, because I'm sorry about that. I wanted to do this a little bit close up today so we see what I'm doing. I'll thread through there, that's the way. Come on. I got it. I don't know how I couldn't see what I was doing. I got it. Anyway, righto. Now you can have 2 strands if you want to, but you don't. I suppose I could. I feel a bit safer with, when I've got 2 strands and I'm going to fasten them together with a knot and then come up through the back. And I don't know, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm thinking maybe this is not going to work, this colour. We'll just give it a couple of look about and see what we think. It was not taking away too much from the piece of work, is it? It's not giving it any sort of life either. I'll pinch one out of here. I don't want to change it too much. That's the thing. I want it to stay a lot like it is. I'm going to put this yellow one on there and just see what that looks like. Then I can find some yellow beads. Here's another one. This would take some serious time. I think the yellow one gives a little bit more something. What do you reckon? There's an elastic band in here and a button and a bead. Right. Probably I know when it was. I spilled these all in the box I was working in out there the other day, and that's what happened. I got 3. Here's another one. Oh dear, that's looking good. That's the wrong colour. Yellow. Don't mind them. They might look alright. I have a little minute or 2 here to put these on. It doesn't matter if I've got mauve thread. It doesn't make a difference. Right, now where do I want to put them? I think one here. So I'll come up through the back. Go through your bead. Just one, and back down through there. Right, there's one bead. Now, I'll put the other one up here, because for starters I've only got 5 so far that I've found. I'm sure I might be able to get more out of there. Just got to work out what I want to do with them. Whoops. That's not a good idea if I'm not in this shot. You should have yelled at me. Somebody probably did. I hope this video works out alright, because I don't want to get too far behind with me videos, and I don't have time for sitting here. I spend 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours a day doing my crafting, and I'm very slow at it. Yeah. Well, I haven't been doing videos. I'm still putting them up because I have some. Because I've been working on my book. And because I've come in here and got a run on it, been able to get a nice run on my book. I'm pushing this through a really a lot of thicknesses. So therefore it's a tiny bit hard to do. Now, why am I moving that around? Because the flower's going up that way, and I want to see what it looks like up that way too. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back up in through there, and I'm going to purposely put that down so it looks like it's laying down with the hole this way. I'll show you. Because usually you would have your bead sitting up like that, okay? You don't have to, you know, there's no rules on that. But I'm going to pull it down and put the needle back through there. And be careful with these because they break really easy. These needles, I have a habit of, I bend them after a while, because if you use them for a while, the heat of your hands will bend them. Okay, so now I'm putting these on here so that the holes are sitting up to the top. So that's how it makes the flower look a bit more interesting, doesn't it? I might have to put another bead in it. Yeah, I need another bead. I'm going to pull that around that way a bit. You still see what I'm doing? Good. Only just. My hand's in the way. See how I've got that, them facing. They are. See, they're laying so the holes through the top. There we go. You see that now. And so that's good. It's a different effect that it gives, isn't it? I want to put another one up here. Here he is. Ouch. That was my finger. Now we come back up here and go down in the middle. Now maybe if I had used some, I'm going to try and see if I can find another bead. Maybe if I'd used some yellow thread, you might have been able to see this, the effect of this a bit better. You can see what I'm trying to do. There you go. So they're all sitting up there like that. Okay. Where's another one? There's got to be another one. There's a big bucket here, so there's got to be another yellow one. Surely. I hope we can find another yellow one. If you should see one just yellow out there, okay? Look at that. Got one. I'm putting them away. The beads over there, so someone hit them. I hope. Now we push that down in there and go down beside it. And come up here. Where are ya? Where are ya? I'm lost here. Now pull it back over that way so it sits down. Well, it doesn't look too bad. I don't dislike it. I think it looks okay. Don't you reckon? Okay, yes. I'm really tempted to put more yellow, but it's okay. We're going to leave it like that. If I'd have thought to use the yellow thread, it might have been a bit more, might have been a bit brighter. But then again, you don't want, there's a magnet sitting on me scissors there. So if you put yours on something, do that with the same colour as what your bead is, because when I was going to do it, I wouldn't have been able to see the thread anyway, so I did when I first decided. But so now I had done, I might still be able to put some yellow thread over the top of it. We'll just see, eh? But I don't know. I think that looks all right. Have some beads. I'm going to go around and put a bead around the outside of this too now. So they will be. I'm going to do some little gold ones, I think. Put the lid on that, Sonia. I'm going to take this thread. I think I'll take this thread off and put some yellow in there because I want to, some, well, not yellow, I want, well, I can use the orangey colour, can't I? Because it's, well, something like gold, I guess, sort of. I'm going to try and do another. I'm really interested in going ahead and doing more of this slow stitching, so I'm thinking about doing another one in set colours, like instead of doing, well, these are all the colours that I like, so therefore I put these in my work. I'm going to have to put a band-aid on this, and then everything's going to get caught in that. How about a bit of sticky tape? I don't know. It's driving me crazy though. It's getting caught in everything. It's going to get caught and pull off there, and I won't be one bit happy, will I? Oh dear. Pick up my fingerprints really good. You probably haven't noticed it, but it's really bugging me because it keeps getting all my thread caught in it. This probably be worse, putting a bit of sticky tape on you. Anyway. So we're going to go around here with these gold ones. These are good gold ones, these are. These will bring it to life. Look at this. Might be a tiny bit big, but I don't know about that. They're not bad. Now, I've gone over a fair bit of this piece because I really want to get it finished so I can finish my book. So I can put the cover on my book. I finished my book. I have. I think I might have told you that. I don't know. I'll show it to you in the next video. I'll do sewing journal. And the next one then I'm going to do something with my gypsy ones maybe, because they're nearly finished. I haven't been working on them though, like for a while. So I really need to do that. These are a little bit big, these beads, aren't they? Nah, what do you reckon? No, because that's sitting up, so they can be. Excuse me. Oh, come on, thread through. Still, hubby hasn't fixed the back door yet. Oh, a dreadful woman. Oh, well, he hasn't had a chance, I suppose. It's been too cold or raining. Been raining here now for days. Only just stopped yesterday for a minute. Every time it starts raining, it goes for about 3 or 4 days at a time. It must be like living in a tropical, what's the name? Rainforest. It must be really reasonably warm there, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm not an expert on that sort of thing, but I can't wait. He said last night, he said it won't be long before we complain about the heat. I don't think so. If I start grizzling about the heat, you better pick me up on that, because I don't want to be, because this cold weather's just not my friend at all. I can go out when it's really hot. Well, to a degree. I can go out there and it's 40, 42 maybe. I can still go outside, like on my gopher. I stay in the shade and under the trees and then go to the street. And in the winter time, it's too cold. I get too cold, and by the time I get home, my knees won't work. I can't get up and move about. It's not good. This one is not pulled right down properly. That's going to have to be fixed. Where are you? Here. Am I going this way? Yeah, so I'll see if I can find the right thread to pull it, lift it up, make sure it's pulled through properly. That's not it. It must be the other one. Is it? Where am I? Oh, it's all right then. It doesn't want to go anywhere. Very dominating this is now, isn't it? You think it's taken over the page. But when I keep going, I've got to keep going. I can't give up. Whoops. Can't give up and pull it out yet. No, I'm not going to. Because I've got other things to put on here, and I really want to do a little bit of variety, because it's a cover for a book, and I think it'd look nice if it's got lots of nice stuff on it. Hey, for me journal. Oh well, whoever gets it. Whoever buys it, if anybody wants it. Going to be starting to put me stuff up on Etsy soon, I hope. I've got to get around to it, you know. I'm shocking, aren't I? Fiddling about. Well, not really. Takes a lot of work, you know. And make sure you end that off good. Oh, I've got tape stuck to me cotton now. Can you believe that? I just stuck my hand in the beads. Dear, oh dear. Oh my goodness me. At least I can just push them back into the pot. I won't be a minute. Oh dear, Sonya. I must have told you the bead story, although all you ladies probably only knew and you haven't heard me bead story. When I was little, I only got a few minutes. I probably haven't got time to tell you this. If I go too long, I might just give myself a minute. When I was little, we heard that Santa Claus might have come out, put some stuff out in the lounge room. So we got out of bed and off we went and had a peep about. And we were looking through our stuff, and I got some of those plastic beads, and I still have got some, but they're not the same ones. But I found some more in the shop. They're cut out a little, like a plastic round, you know, and they're all little, and I had a nice box of all these beautiful beads, and so did my sister. And Santa Claus come into the room, and she dropped the beads all over the floor, and I was only a kid, so I felt, oh dear, I still got mine, isn't that good, you know, and I was all sort of, he had be, you know, I felt bad for her, but I was pleased about me. And then the next day we're getting ready to get the car to go to Grandma's for the Christmas day, for the you know, Christmas dinner and stuff. That's where we went when we was little. And my brother, my beads were sitting on the corner of the chair, on the arm of the chair, and my brother, who was a twin to my sister, run past and they fell all over the floor. Well, that'll teach me from being smug, but it's a childhood memory that I ain't going to forget. Ah, dear. Anyway, so every time I spill beads, oh, well, which I do tend to do a lot, family always remind me of the... Yeah, anyway. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm sorry about the all the talking and that, but I just wanted just to see how I was going with this. So I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.